Posey Honey Company. We're making a short video on how to set up a swarm trap, okay? And there are a few things we're going to need. Okay, one, a good thing to have is a swarm lure, and we got this from Man Lake, okay? You'll want to keep this refrigerated after it comes. Okay, second thing we're going to need is lemongrass oil. And you can pick up lemongrass oil, you know, pretty much anywhere at a health food store. You can get that, or you can order it online. The next thing we're going to need are cotton balls, 1 or 2 cotton balls. I didn't have any cotton balls, so I'm just going to use these Q-tips right here. And then maybe some scissors or something else to puncture a hole in the plastic bag that you're going to use. So again, you need a swarm trap lure, swarm lure. You need lemongrass oil. You need a plastic bag, some scissors to cut a hole in the bag, and you're going to need a cotton ball, or, you know, maybe you can use some of these Q-tips here. I've got my assistant, my son, who I'm teaching how to do this also. Can you cut some slits in this bag? Just like this. I'll show you how to do it. The other thing that I did not mention is you're going to need to have a hive body set up with some old comb in it, frames of old comb, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so I already have a swarm trap set up in the tree, and this is a tree that I've caught swarms in before. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to leave the trap up there. I haven't baited it yet, so I'll show you how to do that later. I'm going to leave the trap up there so I don't have to take it down and put it back up, and I'm going to show you how to set it up here on the ground. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do is get some old frames here, okay, that have dark comb on them. Now this comb has been scraped off, and I'm going to need this also because swarms usually, you know, what they do is they feed up on honey. So when they go to their new location to develop a new home, what they want to do, since their bellies are full of all that honey, is they want to start building wax. Okay, so they naturally want to do that, and this frame right here is going to give them space where they can start building comb. So I'm going to take that, I'm just going to set it on the outside, okay? And I'm going to do that with 3 frames. I'm going to put them all on one side, and then I'm going to put the frames with the old comb on the other side. So hopefully the idea is a swarm's attracted into this area, okay? They move in, and then the queen starts laying eggs on the old comb, okay? And this area here is for them to build new comb. So I want to give them a little bit of space to work with because they're going to be eager to do a lot of work. Cleaning, building comb, things like that. They're ready to work, okay? So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here, okay? This was a dead out. And I'm going to go through these frames and, you know, pick some to put in here. They don't have to be the nicest ones. Okay, now this is a perfect frame to use because you still see it has a little bit of honey. So not only is the lemongrass oil and the pheromone that I put in there going to attract the bees, but this honey is definitely going to attract them, okay? Now if you notice, this box isn't perfect, but I'm just using it for demonstration purposes. And in another video, I'm going to go through and show you how I repair this boxes, or even cut them down and make nukes out of them. So we're just going to fill this up with good frames that have dark comb on them. You see some of this stuff's really dark. This right here is wax moth damage. Got another little visitor right there. There's all types of critters that get into a beehive. Usually cause problems for the beekeeper. It's not just ants. It's not just hive beetles. It's not just mites. Okay? There's some more of that wax moth cocoon. Wasps get into beehives. So what I like to do is I like to fill it out. I like to keep those few frames here where the bees can get in and start building new comb, and then the old comb will hopefully be where the queen starts laying her eggs and developing her new colony. I like to fill it out because when you go to move these beehives after you've caught a swarm, if you're going to move them to a different yard, then it's easier for these frames to kind of like shift around and move and disturb the bees. Sometimes bees can get crushed. It's just not a good situation. So this is the more ideal situation. And I have a 9-frame setup, I believe, here. Let's count them: 3, 6, 9. That'll give me a little bit of room to actually use my hive tool and go in and do my inspections and be able to manipulate these frames the way I want to. If I were to put a 10th frame in here, it's going to be a little cramped, especially when the bees start gluing everything together with propolis and beeswax, things like that. And it's just a lot harder to work a 10-frame hive versus using 9 frames and giving yourself a little bit of space. So that's how I set it up. You give them a little bit of space to work with. You use the dark combs, okay, and they can smell that wax. They like that. So what's attracting them again is the lemongrass oil, the pheromone, and the smell of the dark wax and honey, and they just can't resist it. I'm going to drop some of this oil right on the Q-tips. Okay? What that oil is going to do, it's going to give off the aroma of lemongrass, and it attracts the bees. The bees love lemongrass oil. Okay? They love the smell of it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to put it inside the bag. Can you help me out and put those Q-tips inside the bag, please?
Yes.
Take the swarm lure out of the package. I'm going to open it up, and I went and got a paper towel because I really want to make sure that I get this on here well. Okay, I'm going to do that. These swarm lure pheromones, they come in little vials like this, and there's 2 of them in a package. Like I said earlier, you're going to want to keep them refrigerated after they come. Okay, now I'm going to take this, I'm going to set it inside. Okay, here in the backyard again, I've got the Q-tips, and I used the paper towel. Got the Q-tips set up with lemongrass oil. The paper towel's got the pheromone on there. And I'm going to put it up here in the trap. Okay. I'll put it in here. Now I have this little wire here to help keep the top on.
I'm going inside, Dad.
Okay, you can go inside. So I have this little wire here to keep the top on. That way the wind doesn't blow it off, or a raccoon doesn't get in there or something like that and knock it off.